Today was not an easy day. It was a really hard day financially, and I almost didn't record this. I woke up with plans to reconnect with an old friend and do a training session for a friend of mine because I'm training to be a personal trainer. That's part of my starting again is a new kind of parallel career path to what I already do with body work. I woke up and realized that I was about to be negative $400 and I just kind of shut down. So currently my car is broken down, my groceries are thin, I'm working two jobs and just depleted, also trying to work the steps with recovery and start my life over. I worked yesterday and then went to the land to tend and steward to end my day. So end my day really physically, and went to bed feeling accomplished, but woke up feeling like I was losing. I guess it's just frustrating when you feel like you're trying so hard and you're really putting in effort, you're really showing up every day, showing up in multi different levels of your life, and you can't get ahead enough to actually move forward. You don't have a cushion or a window. And I don't blame anybody but myself. I should have made different choices in the past to set myself up for now. But here we are now. I thought I had a certain amount of security just with my path as an artist, things that just flowed a certain way until they didn't, until the world kind of changed, until my internal resources changed, and until I was walking with a different form of grief. So I don't come from a victim headspace around it, but the way the nervous system responds when I saw what was in my account and what was happening, I started to spiral. I canceled my plans. And I just kind of pouted and cried and felt sorry for myself for a little bit. And then I remembered, okay, this is the way I would react to this in the past. And right now, I'm trying to access different parts of coping and different ways to move forward. So, what can I do? In some ways, I got lucky because a friend of mine who I'm helping her to get started on her physical training journey kind of just like paid forward temporarily something to me. It's not enough for me to be okay, but it's enough for me to not be overdrawn. And I was able to kind of get more space in my mental, right? When you're not in acute fight or flight, you can kind of think bigger. So I sat for a second, I kind of just processed, okay, this fire is out for now, might not be out tomorrow. Unfortunately, I don't have enough incoming right now for what is already coming out, but I'm trying to take this one day at a time. So then I realized today I'm all right. Let's get in the gym. I'm still gonna meet up and train because I had said I can't do it anymore. I'm in crisis mode, and we're gonna have to reschedule. But I thought, Part of this journey for me is to show up despite what's going on. If I want to change my physical health, am I gonna not work out and sulk, or if I'm gonna work out anyway, let me work out with this potential future client that I am practicing with. So I jumped on the city bus and I met her at the gym. What was cool is that not only did I get a workout in, but I got to co-regulate and encourage her and also show, you know, this morning I was down and I was frustrated, and I not only showed up for myself, but I showed up for someone else. And sometimes serving and showing up for somebody else is enough to get you to get up and show up for yourself. So that was like the tea when the day started out quite awful. After the workout, I just wanted to kind of walk and process what had just happened. Because this morning I was a wreck, crying, had to cancel plans with a good friend that I really wanted to see, but I knew I couldn't just ignore the current problem because it's only going to keep going deeper and deeper. I need to buy groceries and other automatic payments are going to come out. I need to just get above zero. And I just processed the whole thing. I processed some podcasts that I was listening to talking about mental health, especially in the world of people that follow Jesus, and how oftentimes folks don't feel like they should get support with their mental health and they should just pray about it. And in this podcast specifically, they were saying the complete opposite. Just kind of what it really means to have these things going on with chemicals in your mind and mental health issues, and how to destigmatize and actually show up and get help that you need. And I was just walking and processing all of that. I had something to drink, a warm caffeinated beverage, and decided I'm going to hoof it to my neighborhood from another neighborhood. So I ended up going on a long walk over the bridge. It was going from downtown to my hood. So I normally wouldn't walk, but it was beautiful outside and I got to see so many beautiful views and just kind of soak in some beauty. I realized that stimuli, that the beauty in nature, the wind, the sunshine, it's all working together with me trying to step forward. It's all working together. I'm literally stepping forward and moving forward despite all the weight on my back. And in the past, the weight on my back, I probably would have just shut down and numbed out. I can't say I won't numb out at some point today, but right now I'm not. I'm choosing not to. And I'm gonna work on step 4, which is doing a moral inventory of yourself. I've been putting that off all week. Whenever I start, I get overwhelmed. I feel like I wish I had someone to hold my hand through it a little bit more, but the point is probably me doing it. And apparently, once you do that, it really kind of shifts your mind state around your coping patterns. You start to see things a little differently. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I've spent so much of my life doing so many mindfulness and meditative practices and learning embodiment and practicing all these things, and I still couldn't find a way to resist a habitual pattern that is detrimental to me in the ways that I do it. I couldn't outsmart it. So I'm curious to see if doing this will make a difference or if it won't. All you can do is try. I don't have big visions for what I'm doing next. Today was hard and took a lot out of me. And I have felt a bit defeated trying to show up again and again. So my plan is tomorrow just to show up again, do the best I can, and do the best I can. Let me know how you are in your journey right now in life, whether you're starting again or continuing. Just curious how others keep it going when it seems hard. Okay, peace and love. I almost forgot. I wrote something yesterday. Maybe that's a good sign. And I wanted to share it at the end of this just because another way of starting over again is sharing my writing, not needing it to be perfect, not needing it to be polished. I'm not even going to do it over a beat, just as is, reading it from my phone, sharing to share, to inspire others to share, or to inspire myself to keep going. It's not even about needing anything from anyone else right now. I need myself to show up for myself better. And I need that inner strength and inner power and the power that comes from God to help me keep going, because your girl is tired. Tired of picking myself back up. Okay, anyway, check it out. Peace. This is called God Math. He said, "No weapon formed against thee. Come lie in these green pastures. Seek and you will find me, this everlasting peace. These living waters never run dry. God Math. He takes and then he multiplies." I said I'm overwhelmed. I can't find a place to start. These walls are closing in. There's resentment in my heart. When I called, you never came. You let my mother die. The more I trusted you, the more dark was in my life. I'm bitter at the church. Why they watch me drown. Why daddy always got a scripture when I need him just around. Why those babies die in Palestine. I never see the miracles. These others don't love God, but they thrive and right beside me. He said, "Child, you're self-seeking.
Remember, I see galaxies. I knew your name before you were a seed, every hair on your body. I knew the way you'd love, and I knew the way you'd hurt, and I knew that you would go your way and land here in this dirt. I'm a sovereign God. I will never force your hand, and sometimes the pain you see is because you went beyond my plans. Your vision built on flesh at times was whittled with deception. I try to call your name, but you are swiping for perfection. I'm good all the time. But this world, it comes with suffering. Don't mistake this wilderness for a sign that I've lifted my covering. My child, plans for you are bigger than your situation. Get up from where you weep and get your eyes on my location. I said, God, it's not fair. Can't you see I'm tired? I've lost sight of my purpose. I'm naked. I'm expiring. He said, put it at my feet. My yoke is not that heavy. Let me take the scales and you can taste and see how good. Let me take your pain so you can rest and see I'm good. Let me be the potter. I'll remind you of your purpose. Stop looking in the world for what you'll only find in me. I am the Alpha and Omega. I am the beginning and the end. I am always and forever. I'm your father and I'm your friend and I'm the blood covenant. I'm Yahweh. I give you breath. I am the light in the darkness, the Holy Spirit in your chest. The rocks cry out to me. I'm not challenged by your fear. But in the end, every knee will bow and you will see I've always been here. It's God math. Peace.